Now, Eid al-Adha is one of the most important festivals in Islam, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice. And as we learned in the first part of the show, an animal must be sacrificed for each member of the family. Now, with a population of over 33 million in Karachi alone, that's a lot of animals. So where are they all kept? Well, for families who have the space, the cows, camels and goats are kept in their gardens and grounds of their large homes, but many will also build a canvas tent in the streets outside, often sharing the space with their neighbours, keeping the animals in pens in the days leading up to festivities. For families who live in apartment buildings, often there'll be a dedicated communal area built specially for the animals to be kept in. And if that's not possible, then there are services online. Now, people can buy the animals online without having to visit crowded markets or mandis. They're kept at farms, and then Sharia-compliant slaughters are done on their behalf, so the animals are killed in a way that adheres to Islamic law. Well, the meat is then delivered to their door, and it's not as common, but still a service used by many families. Now, in a city of 33 million like Karachi, we wanted to understand how the government manages the cleanup of millions of animals being sacrificed on the same day. The level of garbage generated in a single day increases from 15,000 to 100,000 tonnes on Eid in Karachi, and so the task at hand is significant. Well, I sat down with Tariq Ali Nizamani from the Sindh Government Solid Waste Management to see what this year's streets are going to look like and what the cleanup's going to look like. Tell me, how are preparations coming along for the cleanup of the streets that you're going to be carrying out after Eid al-Adha?
Yes. During Eid days, a number of some 25 to 30 lakhs animals are sacrificed during these 3 to 4 days, Eid al-Adha, in performance of Sunnat Ibrahimi. And some 16 to 70% and citizens in Karachi do offers sacrifices. So as per our estimates, some or previous years data shows that 95 to 1 lakh tons of offal is generated during these days. On routine basis, some 14 to 15,000 municipal waste is generated. So it becomes double in these 4 days. So the companies, international companies that work with us, we do instruct and advise them to double their resources, manpower as well as machinery. The manpower machinery moves around all the wards and UCs. They do collect timely generated offals, and thereafter they shift it at 97 collection points.
It's a huge amount. Sorry to interrupt, but it's a doubling your work over the 4 days. What are some of the challenges that you anticipate that you might face that you're preparing for?
Yes, we do work with close coordination with all the district administration and TMCs, KMC. And we start awareness campaign prior to Eid al-Adha. So to educate the public at large and to guide them how is to be handled. So with social mobilization, with educations, and we work efficiently and dedicatedly.
Can you explain to me what that campaign involves and what is some of the advice? How can people at home help you to make the cleanup easier?
Yes. We advise them, last year even we provided them biodegradable bags. The same thing we are going to replicate this year. We shall be providing the biodegradable bags to whosoever is going to sacrifice the animals, so that they could scientifically and sophisticatedly handle it and to deposit it either our collection points or to hand over to our staffs. So once after collection at collection point, we then shift it at developed trenches. Some 9 trenches we are going to develop. 4 at Jamchak Road landfill sites, and 3 at Gone Pass landfill site, and 2 at Sharafi GTSs, where we buried them scientifically, and in this way hold the exercise is being conducted.
That was going to be one of my questions, is what happens to all of this waste? But you're saying that you dig trenches and then bury it. I've anecdotally been hearing from people that the days after Eid, the days after the sacrifice, the streets are smelly, there's a lot of blood, there's a lot of carcasses that are left out on the streets, and it can become quite a tricky time in parts of Karachi. What's your sort of commitment? What's the government's commitment to when they're going to clean up the streets? Are you able to commit to a date by which this will happen?
There's no such thing these days. That used to be prior to establishment of this institutions, namely Sindh Solid Waste Management Board. In 2014, Sswmb Act was passed, and this organizations came into being. And we thereafter proceed with international tendering. And in 2022, we take over 70% area of Karachi, and remaining 30% area is being dealt by allied agencies like Cantonment Board, KPT, Port Customs, Civilization Authority. So we work with an at-source strategy. Prior to that, the conventional system was used to be practiced. We transformed it in a modern waste management system strategy. We, for the commercial hubs and for the high-rise buildings, we have adopted bin management strategy. Whereas for a settled area, we have adopted a block collection strategy, where our 4-lane vehicles move around and collect the waste and offers, and then it is being transferred into Suzuki's in case of offers, and in case of municipal waste, it is being shifted into tray compactor. Tray compactor further shifted to GTS, where from it is further transported to LFS.
And you've mentioned that you work with a number of other companies to help you in the cleanup. How do you monitor and make sure that those companies, the subsidiary or secondary companies, are carrying out their duties?
We have established a central management system. Central management system provides us real-time data about the vehicles that has been deployed. It informs us about the manpower that has been deployed. It informs us about the garbage that has been collected and transported to end disposal site LFS. We have automized weigh bridges with software connected. So whatever quantity is being shifted is reflected in our system.
Yeah, you get real-time updates of what's happening and where around the city. How many days do you anticipate that this cleanup will take? What are you sort of committing to?
During Eid days, 4 days extensive exercise is being done and performed. And for last 6 years, we have launched a mobile app. We have launched a complaint number 1128, and we have given opportunity to all the citizens. They may register anytime if they are experiencing any sort of non-lifting of garbage sort of issue, and companies are bound to resolve these within 8 hours.
Yeah, so you've got actually a number there that people can call if they are experiencing any issues or their rubbish hasn't been collected. And in general, when you're looking at what happened last year in terms of collection, I'm sure that the government has some sort of process whereby they see what worked and what didn't work. Is that the case? And what did you learn from last Eid that you're going to be implementing into the clear up after Qurbani this Eid?
Last year, all the things went very well, and we got acknowledgement, appreciations from public as well as from our high-ups. So, inshallah, this year the things will run in a perfect manner, and we will be more successful than last year in terms of providing services to public at large.
What does success look for you and for waste management in general? What does a successful cleanup after Eid look like?
The efficient collection and the cleaning and safe disposal looks like a success to us.
Okay. Okay, perfect. That's really good. We've done part 1 of the interview. How long was that, Hassan? Mudassir? 8 minutes. Okay, is that enough? That's enough? Okay, second part. Okay, that was perfect. Now we're going to move on to just waste management in general. So outside of Eid, just waste management in Karachi and in Sindh. Yeah? Perfect. Okay.
It's going to start now?
We're going to do a second part now, yeah. Oh, no. We recorded the first part. That was good. That's finished. And now we'll do a second interview.
Okay, recording for a second.
Yeah, recording for a second interview. Don't worry, we recorded the first one. Okay. I have no doubt that waste management in a city of 33, 34 million people is a difficult task, but Karachi is not known for being the cleanest city in the world, in areas. What is the government doing? What's their sort of short-term and long-term goals to address this?
The Sindh government especially has put so much focus upon it. This is the reason in 2014 Sswmb Act was passed, and thereafter this organization was established. And this organization, once after its establishment, proceeded with the international tendering. In the year 2016, 2 districts were taken into work scope by awarding contracts to international Chinese firm. And later in the 2017, 2 other districts were taken into folds like Malir and West. And in the year 2021, the remaining 2 districts international tendering process completed, and in the year 2022, the 70% area which was in the provincial government's work scope was taken over. So we proceeded with a at-source collection strategy. Prior to that, conventional system used to be practiced. And you know, some 14 to 15,000 waste is on routine basis is generated from Karachi.
Yeah.
So, which we have been prior to establishment of these organizations. The less number used to be collected and disposal. However, by now, even the independent survey reports. I would mention here the Project International Pride Farms report, who have been assigned the task of making the plastic waste policy. Their report says that some 50 million tons is generated from whole of Pakistan. Their report further says some 60 to 70% garbage is efficiently collected and disposed of, in terms of whole Pakistan. Their report further says that there are some seven cities have been 90% efficient, more than 90% efficient with respect to collection and disposal. Amongst them include Karachi, Hyderabad, Sakkar, Lahore, Pindi, Islamabad, and Mardan. So now the scenario has quite changed. with the proper approach and the proper strategy. Under World Bank funded Sswmb project, 4 modern GTSs are under constructions, and which will be the part of our system after coming 3 to 4 months. One engineering sanitary landfill site, first of its kind in whole of the Pakistan, and is almost completed, and we are also going to take over its position.
What I'm hearing here is that there's been a lot of good that's happened since 2014, 2016, but would you agree that there's still work to be done?
Yes, I believe if you create more and more awareness, because the system, the modern waste management systems, it is prerequisite that the aware society should be created. So we are working closely with education institutions to create awareness. We are going by the social mobilization programs to create awareness, and we have been very much successful in terms of creating awareness. And then there comes a discipline institution. We have very much made our institution a disciplined one. Right time deployment of resources is being made and monitors through to central management system. So as it is said, 80% solution of all the problems lies in being disciplined. So we work and go by discipline. Then thirdly, there comes the infrastructure. Infrastructure, I would give you the reference that the Shanghai and Karachi's population is almost same. And they have established there a number of modern GTSs and recycling plants. So the same thing we have adopted here. The 4 modern GTSs, which are going to be our part of our system, will be catering more than 8 to 9,000 tons of municipal waste on daily basis. Beside that, we are going with the recycling plants strategy. We have established some 3 recycling plants in Karachi and also one at Hyderabad. So with the diversion and strategies, with the recycling, with the waste to energy like projects, we are moving forward to go by the modern waste management strategy.
Does the government look abroad to perhaps what other countries around the world, Switzerland, parts of Scandinavia, to see what they're doing, to see if they're investing in any technologies or ways of working that we could implement in Pakistan?
We have adopted the modern waste management system and technologies. All the Chinese and Turkish companies, they have brought about the modern machinery like track compactors, like mechanical sweeper, like other equipments. So same strategy that is being practiced has almost been adopted in case of Karachi.
In Pakistan as well. There are certain groups, grassroots movements and non-profit organisations that would perhaps disagree and say that the city isn't clean enough, and they are doing their part by doing beach cleanups and many other things to try and help improve the environment across Sindh and in Karachi. Do you hear their voices? Do you see the work that they're doing? And do you listen to what they have to say?
Yes, we believe in openness. We, as it is said, accept compliment and criticism, because flower, in order to grow, needs both sun and rain. So we have been welcoming adopted a welcoming attitude. We are working with various organizations who are working on climate and environment, and we with their collaborations do like beach cleaning sort of complaints and campaigns and other routine works. So I believe with close collaborations with citizens, stakeholders, elected representatives, the things can grow and become more and more successful.
Eid is all over. So tune in and I'll see you tomorrow.